Hi guys, Songboy13, it's time for the web forecast for the week ahead, and I have to say, so far this month we're on the 7th day of March, and it's been, well, an unbelievably dull month. It's been very little sunshine, temperatures below average, only had highs of 4 to 6 degrees Celsius for some places. This week's weather, the good news is, maybe not quite as dull, and it certainly won't be as cold. Temperatures about average for most days. Unfortunately though, even though it was dry this week, it won't be anywhere near as dry this week. Plenty of wet weather expected from midweek. It will be a drier start. There will be a few showers early in the week. Very wet and possibly very stormy midweek, so just take note on that. End of the week, kind of showery end of the week really, so detail will go through day by day. There's a little bit of uncertainty by the end of the week, so it's not the most confident weather forecast I'm going to give to you, but I'll just go through the next few days ahead. Today's weather though, what a change from recent glum days. Lots of sunshine to be enjoyed. We're still underneath the cooler air, so temperatures will be a little below average for most places, with highs up for around 7 to 9 degrees Celsius, but it's dry for most places. However though, a little bit of a weather front close by towards the north of the British Isles, so for example Western Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, we'll be seeing some showers. Nothing too dramatic though, and there will be even dry interludes to mix in as well. But overall, much sunnier than of late, which is welcome news. We kind of would like to see that. So again, temperatures around 7 to 9 degrees Celsius. Tonight's weather, it is going to be a pretty cold night, quite frosty night actually to contend with overnight, but not everywhere. Central and southern areas of England will be expected to see temperatures hovering around freezing or even below. Further north, because of a weather front, we're going to see more clouds and a few showers overnight, but the temperatures won't actually drop that much overnight further north, with a minimum of 5 to 6 Celsius further north, for example Scotland, parts of northern England, closer to freezing elsewhere further south. So tomorrow's weather for Monday, and Monday actually, well, interestingly, Monday's the first day where lockdown restrictions can be eased a little bit. For example, meeting up with a friend in a bench at a park, and for some places that is actually a very decent day tomorrow to welcome this change from the current restrictions. Not everywhere though. Again, central and southern areas of England actually may have a very decent spring-like day. Not completely dry, I won't rule out the odd shower. Higher risk of showers further north. I think northern England, southern Scotland are most prone of catching some showers. It's not going to rain all day though, and even further north in northern Scotland actually will be dry there as well. So kind of a bit of a roller coaster system, if that makes any sense. But so showers further north, drier further south, and temperatures about where we should be for the time of the year. So much more respectable temperatures, highs of roughly around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, and maybe for one or two places further south, I wouldn't be surprised if they may be up to 12 degrees on Monday. Into Tuesday, now the shower shouldn't clear away. A brief ridge of high pressure is going to try and form towards the eastern part of England. So actually Tuesday for central and eastern areas of England a sunny start, but cloud and occasional rain will spread in from to the west as a part of a weather front creeping in. But for Tuesday, for many places it will be a dry day. I think probably likely to expect a cloudy afternoon, but again temperatures bang on par for this time of the year, with around 9 to 11 degrees Celsius for many places. And the winds were quite light the last few days, but it may start to pick up on Tuesday, sign of things to come, because by the time we get into Wednesday could be the most disruptive day of the week. We could see some very heavy rain swinging right across the Atlantic. The winds will be quite the isobars will be quite tightly packed, so the winds will really pack a punch on Wednesday. I wouldn't even be too surprised if we may get a yellow warning of the wind and maybe even a storm name. So just be aware of some kind of potentially disruptive weather for Wednesday. Not a pleasant day. Don't go out for lunch, out on a picnic or whatever. It's not worth it. So very wet and windy everywhere, with showers later in the day in Scotland. There may be some sunshine further north there, but elsewhere it's not a nice day. And temperatures, despite that, we've got some milder air further south, so everywhere will be around in double figures. So 12 to 13 in some places despite the rain and the winds. And actually that rain may linger into Thursday morning for some parts, particularly central England, so it's coming with a weather front, and then showers will move in from the west into the afternoon. So a wet morning, showery afternoon. There will be some sunshine by then. Temperatures though still around average, so about roughly 9 to 11 degrees Celsius for Thursday. But by the time we get into Friday, always a bit of uncertainty, actually very uncertain by the end of the week. At the moment, Friday may not end of may end up on a bad note. There will be plenty of sunshine, not completely dry, isolated to scattered showers for pretty much anywhere. I'm not going to pinpoint the exact area where they're most prone to catch showers because it's very uncertain. The data is hard to find. But for Friday, isolated to scattered showers, plenty of sunshine though expected. Possibly temperatures may dip down a little bit by the end of the week. We may see a little bit of a cooler northwesterly airflow. So temperatures probably just into 8 to 9 degrees Celsius. So struggling to reach double figures for most. But the wind should be lighter by this stage. I think by next weekend it's probably going to be wet and windy once again. Into next week, not completely certain, but some data is modelling that from next week, central and southern areas should have actually a very decent spring-like week next week. Temperatures not far off mid-teens, potentially, with decent sunny spells and not much rain around. So I think for these parts of the UK, it will feel like spring next week. Further north, like Scotland, Northern Ireland, maybe parts of Northern England, more changeable. Some drier interludes there as well. Temperatures probably a little bit milder there next week, but it's not going to be anywhere near as dry. Quite windy and wet at times. So that's what I can promise you for next week. But for this week's weather, much wetter, especially by Wednesday. Quite windy for a time towards midweek, but at least temperatures not going to be as cold as we've had the previous week. Anyways, guys, that's it for this week's weather forecast. And I've just realised I forgot to do my certain position. If you notice, I'm in the centre. Yeah, so captions are mostly covered my face, so apologies for that. But at least they were up this week, so I had some problems last week for some bizarre reason. Movie Maker wasn't responding to captions, not sure why. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's weather forecast. And just before I close off this video, I did say I was going to try and get a vlog video out for you early this week. Well, last week actually. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go according to plan because of lockdown, and I didn't want to risk getting in trouble because doing a lot of vlogging if you're out in an open area and potentially police seeing you, that's not really an essential thing to do. But because lockdown restrictions are going to be eased slightly next week, which means you can go out for as long as you want, as long as you go by with complying the rules, I will be planning to do a lockdown walk video on Monday. So potentially tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, you will be seeing a new video out, which you haven't seen for probably since January. So keep an eye out for that, and it will be a nice change for my channel. Anyways, guys, that's it. Stay safe, like, comment, subscribe, and Storm's now out.